Hey saxophones, this is the video sectional for your initial playing assessment that comes out of Joy to the Season. So we know that we've seen this already. Now I'm going to listen to you folks do it a little bit more one-on-one. So I want to go over some things that will hopefully help you here in preparation for it. Like we've been talking about, the first thing you should always check is your key signature to make sure that you have everything you need to know as far as notes you'll be playing. And if you look here, we have two sharps, so it's concert F. So for us, it's the key of D. So what we need to be careful with is our C sharps. So go ahead and scan through. We have a C sharp here. Looking ahead, we have a C sharp here. We have a C sharp here. So if you need to, if you're one of those persons that forgets about sharps or accidentals sometimes in the key signature, go ahead and write those in. Okay. Looking for any other accidentals, we don't have any. We have your normal F sharp, but nothing else aside from that C sharp. We also want to check our time signature. It's 3/4, right? No big deal. We've played 3/4 countless times, so we're not worried there. The next thing I would draw your attention to are things like rhythms. And if you scan through here, mostly quarters, eighths, and 16th notes. We do have some syncopation, so some things to be aware of, especially here. And when we get it again down here, now it's only twice, but that tied note is really important. If you hold it too long, the rest of your rhythm is off, right? So if we look at that rhythm, we're tying together the and of 2 and the downbeat of 3. So we're going to miss beat 3 on the downbeat. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and. So make sure that you don't hold that tie too long. Since we're talking about rhythm, take a look at your articulations as well, right? We have staccato and legato. We have slurs, and all of these are going to impact your rhythms. Legato notes hold full value, but don't slow your rhythms down. Staccato notes, make sure that they're detached, but don't let them speed up your rhythms. Leave that space. And sometimes, obviously, our slurs, depending on the kind of notes they are, above or below, will alternately slow down or speed up our rhythm. So we want to be very careful there. So what are some ways to help you out with something like that? Well, you can start off by tonguing everything, making sure that your rhythm is clean. Then you can go and try to slur everything, making sure that your air and your fingers stay nice and even without your tongue. Find those spots where you're having trouble with transitions and maybe work those transitions. Here's the spot where the slurs will challenge you a little bit, okay, with keeping your rhythm even. You might have fingering stuff to look at, so maybe, some of these skips like here are a little bit, challenging for you, so you may need to work that out. Good news is once you have that part, you also have this part. It's the same thing. So let's talk a little bit about using repetition to help you out. There is stuff in here that's repeated, and I would say always look for those things that are repeated throughout a piece, because once you've practiced one section, now you've got more. So we have this figure, this scale figure from D up to A. Well, we also have it here. And we have some of it right here, okay? And we have some of it right here, except we don't go to the A. So once you have that practiced, now all of a sudden you have 4 spots learned instead of 1. So use that to your advantage. We also have some spots that are rhythmically the same even though the notes are different. So once you have the rhythm here, you also have the rhythm here as well as the rhythm here. So use that repetition to your advantage. The one pitfall to avoid is the other side of that coin, which is making sure that you see what's different and practicing the things that are different as well. I do want you to count the rests, so please do not gloss over this or any of these other rests, right? We want to make sure we're counting those rests while we are playing. So that shows me that you're prepared to play this in the piece as well as just by yourself. So what I'm going to do for you now is play this piece at a couple different tempos. So if you're the kind of person that likes to practice along with something, you can use that. If you're the kind of person that likes to follow along in your music and take notes or jot things down to remember, you can use that again as well. So we'll start this We'll start this around 84. Well, no, we'll start it at 72 for you. Okay, so here we go. Yep, let's try that again. Check the mixer. There's the problem. Okay, and let's try that again. It's a little slow, but that gives you an idea. Let's go to 84. Okay, let's go 96. And we'll do 108 yet. Is that right? So I hope this video will be helpful for you. If you still have questions, you can track me down in band, send me a Schoology message. If there's a separate or different video I can make that will help you get this better, let me know if there's a specific spot. Otherwise, happy practicing.